I'm down at the Copart yard in Walton, Kentucky, where I just bought a Ford Maverick that's been hitting the front end. I personally came down here to pick it up because it's nice to keep my finger on the pulse every once in a while, know what's going on in the industry. But we're standing here, we're waiting for him to bring it up on a forklift so I can see what I got. All right, we got the truck. It is here. I'm excited. I want to look at this thing. There's got to be a reason why they totaled it with just a little bit of front end damage. These unibody constructions, they're tough. They're not like body on frame. A little tweak can just ruin the whole thing. So, what do we got? Like the core support's still fine? I don't see it. Okay. I mean, okay, but this is just one cross member that's like nothing. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But I will tell you this, I'm excited. I mean, a rad pack, an intercooler, a radiator, a lower core support, it doesn't make any sense. There's something I don't know about. We need to get this thing back to the shop, get it unloaded, and find out what's really going on, because this just looks too good to be true. Look what I found. I got you a present. I did sneak a peek underneath it, and the transmission is intact. But I couldn't see shit at the auction, you know? Don't find some damn hole and tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, see how this is all wet? And I was like, that thing probably just...
Antifreeze. See, look. Antifreeze.
No, why is it red? Look, that's solid red. I agree, it's antifreeze.
Ford, it could be Ford antifreeze.
All right, let's have a taste off. No, that's oil. Might have some antifreeze in it too.
Could have tranny fluid in it. We need an intercooler.
I mean, it's tranny fluid. It's, you know.
Well, the fan shroud broke right there.
Yep, got a new fan shroud.
Radiator's twisted up.
Is this the tranny pan right here? Is that busted? The tranny pan is plastic. It's on the front of the transmission.
It's a bracket, but it is leaking right there.
Yeah, it's definitely got tranny fluid on it. Oh, look, there's tranny fluid all the way up there on the fan.
Mm-hmm.
See that? Dripping off the fan motor. I'm curious if it still has coolant in it. All right, I'm gonna let down. Negative Nelly here is gonna get the jump pack already. You know it's got a dead battery.
No coolant.
Well, no coolant means a busted radiator somewhere.
Probably where it's dripping on your foot.
Yeah, it is dripping, I agree.
It is, like dripping on your foot right there in the front.
Anyway, turn it on.
Yeah.
See where it spews out from? Of course, I am being an optimist that it will start. We have ignition, 6,000 miles on it. All right, here goes, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna start it, all clear. There's water pouring out.
That's what they put in it.
Yeah, coolant. It looks like coolant. Yeah, that's coolant.
Sounds good.
It ain't going nowhere though. All right, well, we got a rough idea where this is gonna start. It does look like a pretty simple fix. I don't know, we gotta tear into this thing. Once we get all tore apart, then we'll find out if we've got any unistructure damage. So let's get some parts ordered, start tearing it apart. Is there like a big crack in the case?
I'm not sure where it's at, but it's somewhere down there.
You might want to come out here.
What did you do?
It's not what I did.
Yeah, I like to see it in the building. That's encouraging. We got all the parts here. Oh, shit. What, did he try to drive it? Billy! What the hell you think this is?
Not sure, but I'll let you know when I figure it out.
Well, the good news is He's got the Maverick in the building. That's a good start. So hopefully that means we're gonna start putting her together. We've been collecting parts over the last couple weeks. I think we've got everything here that we need. We got the lower bumper cover. We got the active shutter panel. We've got the shutters that go in the panel. We've got an air deflector. We got our lower core support, a cooling fan assembly, radiator, and some fluid. So Billy's gonna be a busy guy putting all this stuff together, but we really do need to figure out where the transmission fluid's coming from, where the leak is. So we're gonna get it up in the air. Hopefully we can figure it out. I did take a look up here and my suspicions were right. The training pan appears to be fine. It does seem to be coming out of the radiator, so let's watch them get it done. Oh, wow, look at this. You've been a busy man. Jeez, well, Pete, you took the whole front of my truck apart.
Yes, sir. Got to do it right.
I like that attitude. That's a good attitude. All right, so you came in my office earlier complaining that the pan was actually broken.
Yes.
And he's smiling. All right, so Joe ordered a pan. This is the new pan?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, he's already got it on there.
Yeah, I got you.
So where was the... Oh, shit.
Not broken thing?
Yeah, I see that not broken crack. Oh, you dog. Okay, well, I misdiagnosed that. You've got the old core support off there. Are you finished tearing down?
Yes.
So you're finished tearing down, and now you're going to start building it up. But you're waiting
Just
on some clips
waiting on
or
the
something.
bushings. The radiator
For the radiator
bushings.
bushings. You've put the bumper together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You've got the lower section all on the bumper. Okay. All right, what else you got going on?
I'm waiting on this also.
Oh, the vapor canister was broken.
It's still broken.
Okay, so what's going on with this? One of the connectors on it was broken off. So we got to get a new vapor canister. All right. Okay, so hurry up and wait on parts. Look at this, Billy. He's had a productive day today. Look at this, as you guys just saw, he has got the car put back together. And not only that, whoever ordered the parts for him did a great job because he actually had all the little parts and clips and fasteners that he needed. You know, not mentioning anybody's names, but dude, that was awesome. You actually had everything after you got the oil pan or transmission pan. The car's only got 6,000 miles on it, so yeah, Billy checked the brakes, but doesn't need brakes. It's got 6,000 miles. He did request an oil change for it, but believe it or not, our local auto parts store does not have an oil change for this thing. So we're waiting on the vapor canister anyway. When he brings it back in to do the vapor canister, he'll change the oil then. So Billy's just got to evacuate out and recharge the air conditioning, and then that's done. The truck gets to get out of here, and then hurry up and wait. Danny's got it pulled back in the building. It is time to put on our new powered retractable bed cover from this week's sponsor, WOLFBOX. We're gonna get rid of this garbage factory one that's just got the hard rigid panels. Our new one is powered, so let's take a look. I like how the thing is packaged, all nice and safe in there. It's got these rigid extruded aluminum panels. These things can hold up to 800 pounds and it keeps it all secure so people can't steal your stuff. So it's time to watch Danny get this thing installed and see how easy it really is. And bam, just like that, Danny's got it all installed. It did come with a installation video that was very helpful, as well as an easy to read installation manual that broke it down step by step. And check what else it came out with, a remote. This thing is too cool. You can unlock and unlock the cover right here from the remote, as well as turning on your new bed light that's LED. You can change the colors on it. And then of course, you can open and close it right here from your fob, as well as buttons that are on the dash. So that wraps it up. We've got this thing all closed up, and watertight, secure. Thanks to WOLFBOX for sponsoring this week's video. And if you want to get your own cover just like this, be sure to click the link below and get one ordered today. Also, Prime Day is next week from June 23rd to June 26th, and WOLFBOX is running some huge discounts. If you're interested, use the discount code WBSMART5 on their site using the link below, or go to Amazon and there's no code required. After Amazon Prime Day is over, Amazon users will need to use the discount code WBSMART5 to get our special pricing. But the official site will go back to everyday regular offers, so you better be quick. Now, let's get on with the rebuild. Look what I got. The vapor canister came in. So Billy's got it up on the lift. He's gonna get it R&R'd for us. The vapor canister is all the way up here toward the front of the car, like under the driver's seat, even though it's catching vapor for a gas tank that's all the way back here. Don't ask me, that's a Ford for you, but at any rate, take a watch, see how he does it. All right, so Billy just gave me the keys. He's got the vapor canister installed and he's cleared out the codes, so it's time for me to get to take it for a ride. Okay, so I'm gonna run this through the frontline checklist and see what I find. I'll see you guys in a half hour. Yeah, the seatbelt works. Ah, the air conditioning was nice and cold in this thing on a hot summer's day. I'll tell you what, this is a cool little truck. I can see why people like it so much. It checked all the boxes, ran out good, took it up and down the interstate. This thing's perfect. So she is ready to head off to detail and we can take a look at the numbers.
What's up, guys? We just got this Ford Maverick in from the guys over at Northern Kentucky Auto Sales. We're gonna do a full restoration on it. Check it out.
All right, here's the numbers on our 25 Ford Maverick XL. So by the time I paid all the Copart's fees, I have $9,990 into it. But the good news is, I went and picked that thing up myself from our local yard just down the street, not even 10 miles from here. So the transportation cost was nothing. Parts though, were pretty expensive. We had to get most of them just from our local Ford dealer because the truck is so new, there just isn't much availability of used parts, and most of the aftermarket stuff hasn't been made for it yet. And Ford puts patent pending on most of their stuff anyway. So we've got $2,910 in parts. We spent another $1,600 on labor, and then we got $250 into the detail. So our total in the car is $14,749, which is not bad because this sucker is worth $28,284. And to make it even better, it only has a 48-day supply. Normally, a 48-day car, I'm gonna be putting out there at 80%, maybe 78%, but the problem is it's a 2025 model and it does not have the factory warranty any longer. That costs us 3, 4, even 5% off of retail, which means we're gonna have this thing out there at 75% of market, which puts it at $21,495, which gives us a contribution margin of $6,750. And that, my friends, is a good number. As a matter of fact, that's what I'll do again every time. That brings us to the end of the video, but I've got some exciting news for you. The Polaris Slingshot is finished. She's all done. We got the decals on it. She is ready to go, but we got a hold on it. They're still working on some semantics with the terms and conditions. So hopefully we'll get that up and going next week. You can still get signed up at nkYgarage.com. Thanks for watching, and if you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe.